Alright, we're here. Now I just gotta get the controller plugged in. And I'll go get some water real quick, and then we can start. 1 second. Be right back. Hey, Anderson. All right. Let's set that music back down. And I'm going to pick something. Let's go do Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Type Oras and I get this meme. GMA News. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Been a while. I haven't really done any runs on stream in a while. I've actually done all of them off stream lately. Oh dear, seems I'm not getting any water here. Why am I not? Oh, the freaking straw's disconnected. All right, that should be better. Heck it, Gen 5. I feel like Gen 5. Is Girafarig nice to run? Well, if you look at the bottom left corner, that's the best time it's gotten on stream. Now, it is not my personal best. My personal best is somewhere slightly under an hour. I'm not going to reveal the exact number, but this Pokemon can get sub-hour. It's just kind of hard to beat the game without something bad happening, and it just so happened in that run nothing bad happened. So I would say Girafarig's pretty good. Highly recommend checking out Squidgy's run whenever that comes out. Yeah, Squidgy showed me a run, and it's pretty good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, highly recommend checking that out. Got some. There we go. I feel a lot better after that. Let's see if I can. Let's see if Squidgy's posted it yet. Oh, not yet. Well, actually, it's a members only video, huh? Darn. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to now start doing the run. Let me get my notes up again. Go stream links. Heck. Now the question is, will I be able to beat the game with only a Girafarig? Because I don't think I beat the game at all yesterday, because complete bullshit happened multiple times. Like, just the most disgusting things happened. Like, I don't know. Does it start with It does start with tackle. It does start with tackle. Girafarig does, in fact, start with tackle. Will we ever use it? Probably not. But it does start with it. Alright. Let's do this. So, I've got the timer up. Everything's going according to plan. Let's go. Apologies for the brightness. Confusion, yes, we do start with confusion. You'll see what we start with. We're gonna fight the rival pretty soon. It's a pretty good moveset. It's certainly not like every move we need. We'll get Side Beam later on. We want Earthquake, we want Return. We're gonna need Hidden Power Ice for Lance. But we start off pretty strong. We get Stomp, and that 2 shots Totodile. It is huge. It's a really good move. Unfortunately, Girafarig has one flaw. It's not very fast. Like, it's not slow, but it's not particularly fast. It's like middle of the road speed. Oh, we do use tackle to weaken Sentret. Okay, so there is that. It will make a use. We will not use it anymore, though. I saw a chat. I'm not going to read it until I make it to Joey. Yes, Stomp is really good. We one-shot the Pidgey. We've got a chance to one-shot this Rattata. We don't get it, but we get the flinch, which is just fine as well. We saved quite a bit of time. Then we're gonna want to grab this, not this, this thing. Want to get this Bitterberry. And then we're gonna want to fight Abe. Now you'll see what I mean. We are just a few points shy of outspeeding this Spearow. Sound is not working for you. I'm sorry to hear that. Right. Look, it's the Pokemon Showdown theme. I don't see any issue on my end, so... Alright. Now we're going to... fight Falconer, who we now outspeed. Excuse me, by 2 points. Bum, bum. Now this next section you have TM27. Now this next section is why Girafarig is unfortunately pretty good, but not great. We're gonna just start fighting optionals at a lot of them. So we got Daniel. Now we've got Russell. Sorry to hear that. Everything seems good on my end. You can hear me as well, or you cannot, Smash Math? I've not changed any... okay, you can hear. I've not changed any audio settings since yesterday, and no one had complained about the audio. Save a stomp PP because we only need one stomp, or two stomps for the crocodile. Well, that's good. Alright, anyway, with all those optionals defeated, we will be level 18 for Bugsy. So there's that. Not quite level 18, but that's fine. We'll be level 18 for the Scyther. Oh, look, budget Goldenrod City. There's like an actual YouTube poop YouTube poop version of that where they actually changed it to sound like Goldenrod City. It's on Siva Gunner's channel. It's amazing. I'm skipping that full heal. We don't usually need it, so I'm not getting it in this run. Did I do a what? I don't know what that means. Oh, stadium in the cup. I don't think I've been to a ball game in 20 years. Oh, he didn't get the range. No! So much for saving 1 PP of Stomp. The FIFA... No, I have not gone to any ball game since I was a little kid, so... No. Movement's weird today. Time to restart for the time loss. I think you might be right. I'm probably losing more time. It's just messing up my inputs than I am from one single wasted turn. Alright, let's do this. Are we gonna get Whitney today? No hypnosis, thank goodness. Alright. Get wrecked, Whitney! Get wrecked, Whitney! Get wrecked! No, it's not a big deal. It's just a few seconds. Don't worry about it. I make mistakes all the time when I play this game. Like, the only way I would ever be able to play a game perfectly is if I cast it. And I'm not doing that because it's not that fun. Actually, maybe it is fun to make a task. It's just... It's like a really good demonstration of knowledge, but not really a good demonstration of execution skills, because, like, yeah, anyone... Anyway, we're gonna fight these trainers now. Because we learned these are actually a good idea to fight. It's kind of sad that Walt's not useful in this run, because we have to get all of our training for Bugsy instead, so we kind of just have to skip Walt instead. Damn it. Actually, maybe fighting that Raticate is a good idea, because then if we get roared by a Growlithe, we should be good, right? We get roared by one of the Growliths. Oops. I'm like, I don't know why I'm in this room. Forgot why I came in here. You ever get that? That happens all the time to me. It just sucks when it happens in a run because, yeah. Although I don't think we're gonna miss a KO against Preston. We might. It's not likely though. We got like a whole damage thing. Yeah, we got the KOs. Yeah, Girafarig has potential. Unfortunately, he needs to fight a crap load of optionals, so it loses that. Whoops. Oh, we're fighting Terrell. Alright. might as well fight Kent then. Yeah, Morty's fine. Got confusion, so we get a nice 2 turns. Now, hopefully, the rival doesn't suck. Hopefully. I've seen him suck before, but he might not today. Okay, we got the crit. Okay. He does not suck today. Thank God. Grab this thing. This is a good hyper potion. We're gonna need it. Unfortunately, Dream Eater is time loss, so we prefer to just never get into a situation where we can get hit by Dream Eater. And that's why we get the Mint Berry. I don't think the Mint Berry is strictly necessary for Girafarig. I like, it could just use Mud Slap on the Gengar, and then now Hypnosis is a really low chance to miss, and then just finish it off with Psychic or Confusion. It could do that. It's more likely than not to do this. This is just guaranteed. I don't have to think about it. I like that, but like I think like if I was going to do this as fast as possible, I would Mud Slap Gengar and then finish it off with Confusion. Oh, I think that would work, maybe? Yeah, it would definitely work. Yeah, Alakazam is a drug. It's so good. Mudslap is so good for getting this Poliwag. The Super Potion is always good. I've yet to do a run where you don't want that Super Potion. What's this doing here? That's another Bitterberry. That Bitterberry is so we don't have to save for Chuck. It's about the same amount of time though, so... Jury's out if it's actually useful. Did I get Poliwhirl? No, I only got Poliwag. That'd be so cool if I got Poliwhirl. Unfortunately, it's annoying to catch. Like, you have to be a bit lucky on that one. But when you get it, it's pretty good. Then you don't have to talk to this guy. Because he costs like 6 seconds. It's like a lot of time lost getting these optional, not these optionals, getting these Pokemon. We definitely want to use Stomp on the Hitmonchan. Oh look, it's the Pokemon Showdown theme. Here's where that super potion comes in handy. Ha! Stumped. Don't care. Oh, I didn't even equip the bitter berry. I should have equipped it. Oh, I guess I didn't. Well, we'll equip it now anyway because we're gonna want it for Jasmine. Please, no thrash. Thank God, go in the trash. All Gyarados belong in the trash. That's where they go. That's not a candy wrapper. By the way, that's not a candy wrapper in Professor Elm's trash can. That's actually the 4th starter, and the 4th starter is a Gyarados. He threw it away because no one wanted it. Rightfully so. It's bad in this game. Gyarados is not good in this game. It is not good at all. Which is a shame, because it should be good. It's a Pokemon that's intended to be good, but isn't, because it's not. But maybe it's deserved, because it was complete nonsense in Red and Blue, so, you know. Karmic retribution. Well, even then, like, it has, like, not very good special attack. Kangaskhan did not get a good final run, unfortunately. I don't really want to think too much about it. Gyarados got... it's like, its special attack isn't bad enough that it's useless, it's just... Because, like, Surf is still gonna hit pretty hard, it's just... kinda... It's like... not much going on for it. It's not exactly using Thunderbolt anymore. In competitive. It's got good bulk, so like... it's not useless or anything, it's pretty bulky. It's not really that fast. Oh shit. We actually got an attack drop this time. We're not going to be able to flinch Pilot Slime, but we can still take it out with Confusion in 3 hits. That's good. Whew, that could have been worse. I guess, Hyper Potion, Protein, Hidden Power. Why? Sentret's still in the second slot? or Abra. Well, I mean, meant to pop in and out of Goldenrod's Pokemon Center, but I guess we'll take that too. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. No, you're not supposed to get Gyarados that early. Obviously not. I mean, you're not supposed to get Gyarados at all, so it doesn't really... point doesn't really matter. You're supposed to, like... You evolve the Magikarp, get the Pokedex entry, and then you're done. There's not really much else you do with this Pokemon. Oops, we got paralyzed. Oh no, the run's dead. Oh no! Oh my god. Well, that's a dead run. Alright, let's do that again. Whew. That run was cursed anyway, I wasn't happy with that. Alright, back. My washing machine wants to go into space. Hold on. There we go. Nah, it's okay. Jasmine's not free. She's almost free. Unfortunately, yeah, you can just not move 2 times in a row and lose like that. It's not likely, but it happens. Like, the odds of that happening are quite slim. But it happens. She's not a wall. Jasmine is not a wall. She's just kind of a luck check. Like a medium luck check. Kind of like Price. So like, Chuck and Price and Jasmine and are like medium luck checks. I guess Bugsy's also one, and then you have Whitney. She's like a soft luck check. Actually, Bugsy's before level 18 is just straight up horrible. Which is why we do all this grinding to level 18. 18, he's simple. Pre-level 18 though, he's nightmare. And poor Whitney. Not poor Whitney. Whitney's terrible, but Whitney is tragic because we're 1 speed point lower than the Miltank. Coffee or tea? I don't drink coffee, so tea. Yeah, Bugsy's a speed check. You have to outspeed the Scyther by 1 point at level 18. We also happen to get a 2-shot on the sniper, on the Scyther with Stomp, so like, even if we didn't outspeed, we would still have a good chance of winning. It's like some 40% chance to 2-shot. Pretty good. Yeah, Bugsy and Whitney are both speed checks. Everybody else is just a meme. Lance is a hidden power ice check. I remember doing runs. I remember trying to make the headbutt strategy work, and it does work. It's just, it's bad. It's bad. It works, but it's bad. It's like 20% chance to beat him versus 80% chance with hidden power ice. Yeah, red is a speed check. We have to get... No! Nice to see you too. Have a good one. Also, I drink tea. I don't drink coffee. I'm not really a coffee person. I don't remember if I answered that or not, but I don't do coffee. Not my thing. This potion's so nice to get. I might have to cut it though, because time. I don't know when I... Yeah. I think I'd have to get like... Is it 5 Carbos or is it 6 to outspeed Espeon? It's like some stupid amount that's not even worth it. Because like, just use agility on the first turn, and bam, you outspeed Espeon. Problem solved. You have a good one. Alright, here comes Abe. Abe, the Spearow man. He's the actual first gym leader. He's also the second gym leader. Yeah, it's 3 for Charizard. And Charizard is not that much slower than Espeon. So, it's probably like 5 or 6, I'm gonna guess. I'm not sure if we changed the leveling a bit, and the 4 protein were for the levels that we were doing before. So I'm kind of curious if maybe the proteins can be cut if they don't really make a difference anymore. And if they can, then I mean, I don't have to bother with buying proteins then, or even picking them up. Still get the 3 Carbos. I'm not saying we should buy Carbos. I'm just saying we should just not pick up any nuggets. Because we'll have enough for 3 carbos. If we don't sell any nuggets. I'm curious if that would actually work. I have to look at the look at the route and stuff. Or if we can at least cut 2 proteins. Like, the overworld proteins are not time-consuming to get. We gotta fight Bill. You know what? I'll actually give it a look after this attempt. AD tech is quite low, but I'm wondering if we, like, if there are any 2 shots that we're getting that are still gonna stay 2 shots, and like 1 shots that stay 1 shots later into the run. It's possible that the higher level we had at the league ensured some more ranges. And, well, now we don't get those anymore. Like, we're not gonna need the protein for the Kanto section at all. And I'm fairly certain at +4 attack we're gonna be fine for Red's team. Even without the extra proteins, or at least just without the extra 2 proteins. Because, like, we were able to do it with at +3 with ranges, so +4 should be fine without the proteins. So it would really then make sense to have those proteins for Claire or the Elite Four. We also don't need them for blue because we just set up to +2 and it's more than enough for everyone, even Rhydon. So, yeah. Basically what I would do is I would create an event with 2 proteins and an event with 4 proteins, and then like toggle between the 2 as you look through the league. See if anybody gets affected, or I mean, hell, even the juggler. You could check the juggler. I'm quite certain we one-shot the Xatu without any help. I think we do like 120% or something. I don't think it's close. I'll give it a look in a second. I just, like, if I get a reset, I'll look at it. Because I am interested in saving a few seconds if we can. Just not picking up nuggets. Because that's like 4 or 5 seconds. Plus the time selling them. Plus the time buying extra stuff. And, like, I won't say no to that. Best League music ever. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm trying to make my way to the prize section. I would like to purchase an Abra. Ah, damn. Also, I should be using Confusion if I get charmed. Like, Confusion's fine. Haven't seen Beat Up get used before. That's pretty cool. I think I need to buy a... I think I need to buy a 6th Repel. We aren't strapped for cash when we, buy the repels, so might as well. We also can afford all the supers, so also, yeah, might as well. I don't know, maybe I should start doing that. Then I wouldn't have to YOLO that. In case she got a crit or something. Just dodge Eugene through the side pocket there. Gen 5 music. S tier. Alright. Ugh, I hate this guy. I hate this guy. I extra hate this guy. I want him to go away. I never want him to be in these runs ever again. I'd rather fight Terrell. Hell, I'd rather Kent be a mandatory trainer than that guy. Don't like him. I never liked him. I want to leave. This is like some Hotel California. You can check out anytime you'd like, but you can never leave. All right, Jeffrey, show me what you got. Thank you. All right, Martha, show me what you got. All right, Morty, show me what you got. Nice. Other benefits of not having headbutt. Don't get destroyed by Nob. Okay, we didn't get wrecked by Nob. No baton pass. Oh, damn! Chuck got us. Chuck got us. Shame. Could be worth having the Bitterberry form. He's more likely to land Dynamic Punch than Hypnosis, so... you know. Oh, I said I was also going to look at the route, so I'm going to go do that real quick. Let me just like read this here. All right, what do we got here? So we've got, where's the, we're gonna do 2 here. All right, so let's see, first off the Juggler. The proteins have no effect for the Juggler for any of his Pokemon. The proteins have a small effect on... Nope, the proteins have no effect on Koga's Pokemon. Just like looking through this. G. Hey Squidgy. Just doing a quick look, seeing if we need to get the proteins or not. Doing some little damage calcs here. The proteins do not help at all for Bruno. What about Karen? The proteins do not help at all for Karen. What about Lance? So getting the 4 proteins helped slightly for Lance. It like gives us a small chance to one-shot Charizard with 2. With 4, it slightly improves our odds even more. So I mean, we could get the 2 proteins for the 1 and 4 on Charizard if that matters. And lastly, Claire. Does it matter? No. And Rival 4, no effect in Rival 4. So, Smash Mouth, the proteins have a small effect on Lance when fighting the Charizard. That's it. That's all it is. It's not. It gives us like a 1 in 4 chance of getting a one-shot with return. Which is good, I would say. it's worth picking up the proteins. Is it worth buying 2 more proteins? Don't think so. Because it just becomes a 3 and 37% chance instead of a 25. So yeah, I think it might be fine to just pick up 2 proteins and then just not just for the luck, because it is a lowered chance against red. Oh, that's a good question. What about red? Ah, yeah, you're right. Red. It actually does matter for red. It actually matters quite a bit for red. Holy cow. So, if we don't get any proteins, we only have a 97% chance to one-shot Snorlax. Oh boy. But if we get the 2 proteins, it's 100%. Alright, so it helps Lance and it guarantees red. I say we get it, but we don't need to buy any more. Buying more is, I think it's a waste of time, so let's not do that. Or you could save like 5 seconds and roll for a 97%. That works too. It's up to you. It's probably faster. It's probably better overall to just not get them, but I'm not gonna play that dangerously. Only normal dangerously. Alright, so that answers the questions about the proteins. Yeah, I know, right? Only a 37 and 39, but we use 2 proteins, and it's like... just 2 little proteins solves everything. Let's see. What happens if we only get 1? Good question. If we only get 1 protein, the ranges do not change at all, so we need both. You either get both, or you get neither. Oh wait, no, that was the HP up. Of course HP up's not gonna change any ranges. No, if you get 1, it's guaranteed. So one will do it. I thought that was weird. Yeah, 1 will do it. What about against the Lance? Does it do anything for Lance? It's fine. It'll work for Lance too. Okay, yeah, 1 protein then. 1 protein. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna restart this because it's like I lost all my momentum looking at that. So let's get 1 protein. If I accidentally pick up the protein, then I guess that'll be funny. I'll try not to pick any I'll try not to pick up any nuggets. If you don't pick those up, then we save a few seconds. We don't have to worry about selling stuff. We don't need the nuggets for buying the super repels because we get all the we fight all the kimono girls up front. So should be good there. I'll have to remember to write this down somewhere. I should do more first attempts on this channel. I mainly just do like a Pokemon I'm already really good at, and then I just do that over and over until I get a good time. I should do more first attempts because those are like more raw, and you don't really know anything until you've done it. Those are like the most fun. I have fun with these, so I'm not saying I'm bored doing this, and I will continue doing this. But like playing a Pokemon that I don't know, you haven't played it in a while, or it's the first time you've played it. I don't know. It's like it has that new Pokemon smell to it. Where this giraffe smells like Snickers. If the analogy makes sense. I like developing routes too. It's like sure, it's fun. I like doing that. Ooh, Falkner, damn. Calm down, my dude. Nice. Didn't get the range on the one shot, but that's fine. I didn't move to the left for some reason there. So it's like first attempts are really good at measuring. I think like first attempt times are good at measuring how intuitive a Pokemon is. And then like doing these repeated attempts measures how good the Pokemon is. And I think the first one is good for somebody wanting to actually play the Pokemon. Like, can I hand this game to somebody and will they have a good time at it? Or will they have, like, no fun whatsoever playing this? For example, you give them, I don't know, Electrode, and then it's pain and suffering. you imagine if I banned Hidden Power? Imagine, like, people have been asking me to ban Hidden Power throughout the years I've been playing these games. Or banning, like, Return and stuff. I don't really see it that often because I'm not, like, giga popular or anything. Oops. The run died. I accidentally gave Sentret mod slap again. Second time that's happened. I'm not like giga popular or anything, so like I don't usually get comments at all, but sometimes I get the occasional Hidden Power is so cheesy or something like that, or like Return is boring, Headbutt's boring, fun is boring. Why can't you have fun? Why are you having fun? You shouldn't have fun. Like, oh, all those TMs are boring. And then in the same breath they say, why are all the Gen 2 TMs so crap? Oh, no. It's like, make up your mind. You could... Curse is not a good move. It's a move you need, but it's not a good move. It's like... It's a necessary evil, is what I would call it. +1 attack, +1 defense, -1 speed is not a good effect. At the same time, you still need it. Like, you can't have Gen 2 without having Curse. You want to know what's a better move? Bulk up. +1 attack, +1 defense, no drawback. That is a good move. Bulk up is a fantastic move. Calm Mind. +1 special attack, +1 special defense. No drawback. Fantastic move. Curse is mid. Curse is mid. You need it, but the speed drop sucks. So bad. Some Pokemon can just deal with it though, like if your Pokemon's really bulky, you can just kinda not care. But if you need to like dodge hits somehow, then like you're gonna like run things like Sleep Talk and other lucky strats like, I don't know, Double Team, Flash, whatever. I don't know, like, Curse is not very good. It's, I'd rate it like maybe B tier. And for that matter, Double Team is not very good in this game either. You spend one turn, you don't raise any of your stats. You use Double Team, none of your stats are actually going up. It's not like Gen 1 where it does boost your stats. In Gen 2, Double Team does not boost your stats. None of your stats go up. It boosts your evasion, which is not a stat. It's not like an actual stat. It's just a modifier that's applied to your opponent's accuracy. It's not like an actual stat going up, so it doesn't like make you stronger or anything. It's not like Gen 1 where it is actually busted. And you do that for the chance to dodge a turn. You do that for the chance. I mainly use it because it manipulates Espeon into using Swift. It's a really good AI manipulation tool. And it can help you win games, but like if you can't win without double team, you're gonna have a bad time if you're using it. Yeah, if Pikachu didn't have Thunder, it'd be far, because you can set up on Pikachu and just have it miss. Like that's always an option. It's still a nightmare to set up against. Like you set up like all the way to like +3 double team, and then Pikachu just nails you with a Thunder that paralyzes you, and like what are you gonna do? Rest? And then you use Rest, and then it just uses Charm, and it's like, oh, gotta reset. Time to reset. So, yeah. Double team's not good. It's only useful in that one fight too. Like you're not using it in hardly any other fight. You can't even use it before the Elite. You can't even use it during the Elite Four. I don't know what I was doing there. I fought a Slowpoke. I don't know why I did that. You can't even use Double Team with the Elite Four unless your Pokemon happens to get it via level up, and usually they get it like pretty early. So that means holding on to Double Team just for a chance to dodge something from Lance. Or, I don't know. Like, oh. Run died. This move is such a meme because everybody bans it, but it's like it's not even. It's trash. It's trash. I mean, it's usable. Oh yeah, non-ground type setting up a. If you're a ground type, then it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't ban moves because I just don't see the point. Like, Gen 2 gives you a limited set of tools. Why would you ban the only ones that are good? But people want me to ban Hidden Power or other YouTubers. And it's like, okay, you do it. Do it yourself. Make some videos. Ban Hidden Power in all of your runs. Let me know how fun the game is when you've banned all the TMs. And you're left with, like, Thief and, I don't know, Snore. Let me know how that works for you, because I would be absolutely curious to see how fun that would be. It's also worth noting, Squidgy, Rest Talk would be horrible in 4 moves, because that's like half your moveset gone. So, it's not even worth banning anymore. That's like the funny thing. Like, yeah, you could have it, but then like, okay, what are you gonna attack with? If you have like the normal type move, okay. How do you deal with? Honestly, like, I don't know. I think it's valid to force yourself to play with max stats for an entire run. So like, here's how I would do it. If I was gonna ban moves for the first attempt, you ban So you don't actually ban any moves. What you do is you force yourself to play with perfect stats as a baseline. Perfect stats, neutral nature, and then you kind of work from there. Now, I don't do this because I'm not a masochist. But, like, you can do that as if you want. Like, that's a good approach. What I like with Hidden Power Ice, though, so something I like to do with these runs is just always use Hidden Power Ice, because Hidden Power Ice has no drawback to your stats besides a small defense stat penalty, which never matters. And Hidden Power Ice just solves Lance. Obviously, if you're an Ice type, you shouldn't get Hidden Power Ice unless, you know, you don't actually get any Ice type moves. I know the single best approach to solo running. Here's the single best approach to solo running. Just play the game. That's how you do it. You just play the game. And if someone tells you you're doing it wrong, you just say, well, do it yourself. Tell me how it is. That's how I do it. Like, I play the game my way, and then if someone tells me I'm doing it wrong, I just say, well, all right. Show me how you do it. And then they shut up because they won't do it, because they're armchair solo runners, and they don't actually do runs by themselves, because, I don't know, they just don't. They think they know everything, but they actually don't. Or they do actually know everything, and I get to learn something. I'm fine either way. I don't have any aversion to... By the way, I don't have any aversion to using, like, items in battle, or banning that, or allowing it. I don't really care that much. I just don't do it because I don't want to spend every battle using items, and this is just fun. I think it's more fun without items. For me, personally. Like, if I was going to do an actual speed run where the goal was to get the very best time, which I am considering doing these, an actual speed run, then yeah, of course I'd use items in battle. Like, why wouldn't you? If you can do it, you should. At the same time, I also don't like doing glitches and stuff, too. So, like, I don't really like using glitches. I don't like doing the Pokédoll strat in Gen 1. Just because it's like, I don't really like the idea of sequence breaking the game just to save some time. But other people could do that. That's fine. And if I'm in a race, say I'm in a race, and that's allowed, then I'll do it. Just not for my own runs. Ah, damn. Okay, he opened up with quick attack. He dropped the ball. Honestly, I still feel bad at this game sometimes. Like, Gen 2 has a way of humbling you, even if you're really good at it. Well, good is a word. Experience with it is the better word. Alright. So I'm gonna say something that's gonna be considered a hot take. Feel free to unsub, unfollow, do whatever you want to do so you feel better. Marowak skip is a glitch, and anyone who says otherwise is coping. Also, it uses an item in battle, so it breaks 2 of my rules. Now, it's fine to allow it as an exception. If you want to, like, say, okay, you can't do items in battle, you can't do glitches, except Marowak skip. That's fine. Go ahead and do that. Like, I'm not saying you're being a hypocrite for doing it. Exceptions are fine, like if you want to allow certain things. But, like, saying it's not a glitch and you're allowing it because it's not a glitch is silly. It's a glitch. It is absolutely a glitch. The actual use of the people will say, oh, but like it's working, like you're using a Pokédoll, that's intended. Yeah, it is intended for you to use a Pokédoll in battle and to be able to run away from that particular fight. It's not intended for the game to just completely flip out after that. That's where the glitch actually happens. So that is why I consider it a glitch. Also, it's a sequence break. We're gonna Lieutenant Surge the sky. It would have been funny as a cool mod if they kept in Fire Red and Leaf Green, but they didn't because that would have been silly. She deserves to cry. I don't know. I think like Gen 1 has so many things that are glitches that it's part of the game to be a glitch. It's like everything. It's almost like the game being a glitchy glitcher is intended. So it doesn't really matter how you argue it. Like it's in the spirit of the game for it to have like the smallest things causing funny things to happen. But in this run, but for my purposes, I do consider it a glitch. It's a sequence break. Also, it's using an item in battle, so it breaks 2 rules, not 1. Again, nothing wrong with allowing it. Like, it is perfectly fine to say that this is an exception to the rules. I accidentally grabbed that nugget. Oops. Shouldn't have done that. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll just buy all my stuff up front then. Poor Sonic. It's Sonic has kind of like the Star Fox problem, where they've made like a couple of really good Sonic. Well, they made a couple of really good Star Fox games, and then they just drop the ball every time. They make a new game. It's just constant ball dropping. I think like too many series have that. Sonic Boom! I wonder if anyone will get the reference to that. I always say, Sonic Boom! The dog milk of games. Now that is something I've never heard. And it's funny. It aged like fine dog milk. Give me my damn Poliwag! Fuck! Oh my god. Time loss. Time loss. If that crit again, I'm gonna reset. Why are we bike shopping here? Saffron? What? Yes and no questions, my weakness. My greatest weakness. Having to answer a question. Yes, 11212. Do that to every NPC. Replace yes with the text 11212 for Professor Elm. And getting Shuckle and talking to Lance. Everything is 11212. $50-50, let's go! No! Oh, the run died. Oh well. No one's gonna miss it. Hit run. Dang, I'm such a sailor mouth. I apologize if I offend anybody with my swearing. You have a good one, Kanbei. Sure. I hope no one is under any illusion that this is a family-friendly channel. Like, I've PP maxed the F word and the bullshit word. I don't know. I got a comment once that I use too much profanity. And that it I don't know, it bothers them. It wasn't on a video or anything, just someone said it to me once on the Discord. I mainly just swear in the streams, though. I don't really swear in my videos. Not because I'm trying to restrain myself from swearing, it's just a good reason to. Here in these streams, you're seeing my genuine reaction to what's going on, and I'm gonna swear when something funny happens or something bad, which is probably the same thing. Where in my videos, it's just like, well, it's already happened. I'm not reacting to it. I'm narrating it. Not really much to say. Calm down, Falconer. Calm down. Like, if I swear in a video, it's just meant to be a little funny. I'm not, like, swearing every other word. In fact, most of my videos, I don't even say anything bad. But yeah, genuine question, does the swearing actually bother anyone here? The lack of swearing. What? Like I said, I'm not in the videos. I'm not restraining myself. I just don't really have any reason to swear at something that's already happened. But like, yeah, in these runs, it's like it happens. Stuff happens. Like, I don't know, Whitney gets a kill, and I'm like, well, fuck, that happened. Where, yeah, like in the videos, it's like, well, it's already happened. I'm not reacting. I'm narrating, and it's not like, and like if I said, well, fuck, it would be like as a reaction, it wouldn't be as genuine. So I don't really use that. Like, if I'm swearing in a video, something spectacular has happened, and it's to bring attention to that spectacular thing, or I'm just saying like this is bullshit, and that's a mild word. That's not even a swear word. It's a mild word. I guess it is a swear word, but you know, like the Great Wall of Bullshit. That'd still be my favorite one. the Great Wall of Bullshit. That is the red fight. Oh no, we didn't get the one shot on the Beedrill. Dang. We had almost enough HP though to use that potion, so that's pretty good. I will say that I don't think like this content is like, if we're talking about like target demographic, like this is meant for people who played the game when it came out. Like, this is the kind of people I'm appealing to. People who played this game when it came out. And, so, like, I'm not doing that. And yeah, like, I guess if your kid hears me say the F word, sorry. All right. Can we get the range already? Thank you. Well, now we only have one stomp left, so that means we have to use it on the Voltorb. And we have to do all this annoying pivoting. Just because we missed so many ranges. I haven't beaten Whitney yet. Alright, we're at +2 speed. Surely this will be fine. Please no crit. Thank you. We're gonna need to heal at the Pokemon Center. That's alright. We got our Abra. Gotta heal here. And not at the old Critique Center there. That would be a bad idea. The Pokemon Center is all gross and dilapidated. It's all run down. Well, fuck. And that happened. I'm not continuing that run anyway. That was not a good run. We missed so many ranges. Yeah, I don't know. There was a Pokemon Center in Ecruteak, and then it burned down with the Tin Tower. Was it the Tin Tower or the Burn Tower? I don't know. The tower's burned. The Pokemon Center got caught in fire, and now it's all closed and broken down and stuff. Now it's where the homeless live. Don't go in there. You might see things. Where Bill gets his he says he's repairing the time machine, but I think the time machine is just a euphemism for something very naughty. and illegal. I don't want to. I'm not going to elaborate on that. Whoa, man! Look, I just fixed the time machine. Far out, man. Like that. Like, this is X Speed Lab. Yep. The X Speed is so powerful, it actually makes time go backwards. That's why he calls it the time machine. X Speed, but it's +2 instead of +1. And then it all became mainstream in, like, is it Gen 7 or Gen 6? And now all the X speed is +2. They've, like, refined the process. Oh, I shouldn't say that about Bill. Poor Bill. But he is a waste of time. I really don't like talking to him. Like, if that Pokemon Center wasn't so punishing, it would be a really good Pokemon Center. One, two, three, four. Huh. Of all the centers to go through, that one is not the worst one, because you have to stand on that square anyway. You have to do it if you have to head east before defeating Morty. If you need to head east for some reason before battling Morty, then you have to use that center. Almost did it again, but I didn't. It would have been funny if I did. I don't know. I never get mad when I play these games. Even when the worst thing happens, it's hard to get mad at this game. Like, I live for this stuff. Let's say you're using a Pokemon and it has, like, you need Hidden Power Ground for Morty because you don't have Dig. You don't have any other move. You have to use Struggle for Rival 2. Like, there aren't many Pokemon that fit this criteria, but like that's an example. Or like you need Hidden Power for something else, but like you can't even 2-shot the Gengar, maybe not even 3-shot, or Rival 3 is just so imposing. Actually, that's a good point. I'm pretty sure it takes less time to bike to Akritique than it does to talk to Bill. The question is, what about biking about biking twice versus using that Pokemon Center? And I'd be willing to test that. And if it's like the same, by the way, we're on attempt number 35, if anyone is curious. This is attempt number 35. I see the attempt counter right in the bottom. It's number 35. I just thought that was funny. I've done this run 35 times. I've only beaten the game twice. You might think, oh, well, this run is pretty bad, right? No. Complete bullshit has happened on like half of those attempts, and the other one was just I screwed up somehow. Like what I'm doing right now with buying repels. I'm supposed to get 6. And trust me, I've done this run more than 35 times. This is just 35 times on stream. Will we get the range? Yes, we will. That means we have perfect Stomp PP. Since we can just use Stomp 3 times, and then pivot to Mudslap. I love Abra's design. You wanna know something? Abra is an amazingly designed Pokemon. It is just perfect. Couldn't love it enough. Even if I tried. Solar meme. Death to solar beam. That's why we lost. Solar beam. See, stuff like that. That's funny. Why would I ever get mad at that? That's just hilarious. We're in attempt number 36 now. Nice. Oh yeah, Mewtwo got fissured. Mewtwo got straight up fissured. Mewtwo got fissured. That was the funniest thing ever. That was the highlight of everything. My entire time playing this game, the highlight is Mewtwo getting fissured by Girafarig. Like wheezing and stuff. Oh, that was so good. I also called it. I was like, oh man, one of these days, Whitney's gonna fissure us. Clefairy's just gonna use fissure or guillotine or something, and then it uses fissure. Like 2 runs after I called it. It's so good. You just can't make it up. And I did it. Oh, that was so good. That was such a good meme. Alright. Oh, air is good. Gotta breathe. When you laugh so much, you end up not breathing for a while, and you gotta inhale, and it feels really good. Deep breaths. Huh. Yeah. What would we do without Miltank and Clefairy, especially Clefairy? Like, Whitney is a bad trainer, but like she could just do some mean bullshit and then just win anyway. Like, Whitney will never be a good trainer unless you're like really weak to the Miltank. Like, she's D tier at best. But she can score a completely bullshit win. And you just have no choice but to respect it. Because it's funny. And if it's not funny, you shouldn't play this game. If you don't find it absolutely hilarious when Clefairy chooses Explosion and one-shots you, you're not playing the right game. Because, like, that shit's hilarious. That's what I live for. Come on, get us the range. I don't know, it's just hard to get upset at this game. I don't think... I think I've been upset at this game before, but, like, I don't remember the last time. I actually got mad. Or even bothered. It's been a while. Like, even when Blastoise was Gen 1 critting us with Surf left and right, like, that was annoying, but it was still funny because it just kept happening, like, over and over. That's like, oh god, it's gonna crit us again. Is Blastoise gonna crit us with Surf? Yep, it is. It's like, you hate it, but you have to appreciate how unlucky you are for that to happen. Since the crit rate in this game is like 1 in 15, it's about that. It's like 17 in 256 or something like that. But like, for that to happen twice in back-to-back attempts, or even 3 times, it's like, it's possible, but it's unlucky, and that's like that's just hilarious. I think Red's the only trainer that really bothers me in this game. Because like Red is a trainer where you can invest so much time only for everything to blow in your face. Now that is frustrating. Getting exploded by a Clefairy is... it's like, it doesn't happen all the time. Okay, stop VP. Means we missed some ranges. I actually like this music. Scott doesn't really care for the gets this fight here. I kind of like it. Alright, no solar meme. We might have lived that rollout, but it's good that it didn't happen. No, we want to heal before we get the Spiro. Since it saves a little bit of time. We could probably even Critique challenge Girafarig, but I just don't really like her odds against the rival when we fight him at a lower level. Just because we get a range on that Haunter, that's a little annoying. Don't really like that. Nice that we can afford those super repels up front. Like, we get so much money from those optionals. Yeah, Mintberry just... Mintberry's interesting, because, like, you pay a few seconds, but then, like, Morty's guaranteed for, like, half of all the Pokemon in the game. So it's kind of, do you want to risk Morty? Or do you not? It's like it's a small chance of happening. It's like less than a 50-50. Like, even if he uses Hypnosis, it's not like a guaranteed loss. But if you're gonna stay for Morty, you might as well just pick up the Mintberry. Pretty similar time loss. No bite, double crits. No confusion. Alright, we passed the luck check. But, like, since we have the mint berry, we're guaranteed to win this fight. So I don't need to save. I already paid the time getting the mint berry. See, and it paid off. Because now I don't need to heal for... I don't need to heal, I don't need to save, I don't need to reset, I don't need to do all that again. So this time it did pay off. It usually doesn't matter, but this time it did. Now, can we please get a polywag? Thank you. We were anyway going to heal at the center, so I don't really care about getting put to sleep there. You can't bike on the water. What are you doing? Oh, we get bike shopped here again. Once again, very glad I didn't get headbutt. That would suck. So much time lost for a 3% damage boost. Don't know about that one. No! Ah, Paula, go away! No! No! Shoulder! Well, on the bright side, we do a little bit more damage to Hitmonlee. On the not bright side, it's still a 2-shot. Alright, we'll chuck us. How much chuck could have chuck if a chuck? I don't know. What? Damn. Damn. Well, Chuck got us again. Yeah. Alright. That's fun. We still have enough time for one more complete run, so I'm gonna do one more. If not, it's a bit unfortunate that I haven't gotten anything past Chuck. But I guess that's just how it is, isn't it? Unfortunately, like, besides getting that bitterberry, there is no way to mitigate Chuck at all. He can just do that. He's not likely to do it, but he can. I don't think... I'm not sure if lock-on's affected by accuracy. That is a good question. Or, I mean, like, the chances of using lock-on are affected by accuracy. I know the move itself is affected by accuracy in this game, which kind of defeats the whole point of using it, but, you know. I did not get a Sentret. Well, damn. Let's try plan B. Plan B is catching an Oddish and a duck. It is technically, by the way, it is technically faster to just catch an Oddish and a duck, or a Sentret and a duck, or something. Like, Psyduck is the far superior HM user over, you know, Poliwag and Shuckle. It just does both of those Pokemon's roles combined. I am only doing Shuckle and all that stuff because it's consistent. Not because it is better. It is not. Oh look, it's the Pokemon Showdown theme again. Imagine if Girafarig was medium slow. If Girafarig was medium slow, it would be so much better. I think it would save a whole minute if it was medium slow. It's not though. No duck. No duck. No duck. No duck. We'll try National Park. See what I mean? Oh, we haven't burned our repel yet. Oh, damn. Confusion one-shots. Oh my god, disable. Oh, there's the duck. That's the drawback of the level 7 Oddish. You can't do that trick very easily. I know, right? Girafarig is just unimpressed. Bats are not blind, hey. Zubat is, though. Zubat doesn't have eyes. I think it'd be fair for Zubat to not be affected by anything. Zubat is love, the Zubat is life. Well, at least we don't need to worry about the Poliwag bullshit. Now we get to fight this guy. Oh, one shot! Ah, get wrecked, Alfred! Get wrecked, Alfred. Alfred, you're wrecked. Casually destroying Alfred. So good. Sir. Ah. Outplayed. Oh yeah, wasn't I going to use the mint berry? That was what I was looking in the bag for. Alright, ping. We don't fight a single Mischievous in this entire run. And here I thought Mischievous was a Gen 3 Pokemon, because that was the first time I saw it in Pokemon Coliseum. Because Game Freak forgot Mischievous in that game and as well. Poor Mischievous. Forgotten and unloved. And rightfully so. It's not very good. Will we get bike shopped? Find out today. Yep, we got bike shopped here again. That didn't take long. We did not fight Paula today. Heart Gold Soul Silver is a meme. That's all I'm gonna say. I spent the whole day yesterday roasting it on stream. I'm just gonna say it's a meme. And that's good enough for me. If only we could get that crit luck against Chuck. Wow. Okay. He hit through, stomp. We missed the range. Yeah. He hit through stomp. He hit dynamic punch through stomp twice, and we missed the range. Yeah. That's bullshit. I'm just gonna say that. I think that's bullshit. I think that was bullshit. Ah. I see. We should be using confusion on the last turn. That's why. Because confusion does a little bit more than stomp. So what we should be doing is we should use stomp twice, or confusion twice if we're okay with a range. 70% range. I don't know. What are the odds? Let's like do a little bit of math here. So stomp is 30% times 255. That's 76 divided by 256. And we subtract that from 1, and then we multiply that by, that's 127 divided by 255. Times that. So he's got a timing the Eckertique City. Yeah, we could do that real quick. I don't mind that. Alright, so here's what we're up against. I'm just doing some quick math here. So the chance of him hitting, the chance of him using Dynamic Punch once is 35% chance. It's a 35% chance. I'm just gonna put that in the chat here. 35.02%. We'll say that. So like we have to fail the flinch, and then he has to land Dynamic Punch. Sorry, not 127 divided 255, 127 divided 256. So it's actually even less. 34.88%. Sorry. I will retract that one. And he has to do that twice. Alright, he's done it twice the past 2 times. And so doing that twice is about a 34.88% squared equals like 12.17%. About. So yeah. That is our, if we just try to use stomp twice, yeah, where the range I'm seeing here is about a 70% chance with confusion. It is actually, we're actually more likely to win if we stomp. We just are. So yeah. Sorry, nothing I can do. You just stomp twice, then confusion the 3rd turn. I have to write that down. Let me write that down here so I know to do that in the next run. I'm not going to do another run tonight, because it's getting really late. So for Chuck, so I can find Chuck here. Chuck, use stomp 2 times, then confusion to get the range. Yeah, alright. Timing Eckertique Center versus Olivine Cycle. So yeah, let's do that real quick. I'll go time that just for the sake of fun. So let's What's the run where I actually managed to do all that? Well, I guess the last run I can just do that. So we're just gonna go skim here. I think our mid game like, so for Chuck we use Stomp twice, then Confusion to get the range. Like, I think our mid game's pretty good there. Oh no, actually if it's 2 turns, maybe it is better to use Confusion. 'Cause, God, I don't know, it's too late to do this stuff. We'll think about it later. But I do think if I'm going to use Stomp, I should use Confusion on the 3rd turn to score the kill. Alright, so let's just burn our Repel here. So, yeah. So let's think about our methodology for this. So the time going towards Olivine should not be counted, because we have to do that anyway. We have to go to Olivine at least once, so we don't time that. So let's take care of these trainers. We don't include any time spent fighting these trainers. I'm actually also going to include this because I'm just going to do it because it's my run. I can do whatever I want. So we're not going to include any of this stuff. All right. None of that is included because it's all required. So now, actually, let's first time cycling back to Ekkertique. So let's do that real quick. How long does it take to cycle back to Ekkertique? So let's say we're starting from the center here, just as a thing here. So first, we're gonna get on the bike, and then this guy's gonna block us right there. Thanks, mister. Oh my god, this guy. I'm never even gonna go approach from this side. I'm gonna approach from this side. Or, no, I'm gonna go to the mart and then buy stuff. So let's start from the mart. Because I'm gonna use this mart either way, so I'm not timing that either. God damn it! Ruth. No one wanted you. No one wants you. Alright. Alright, so that I'm not going to time any of this because this is all required anyway. Going here. Standing on this spot is required, so we're going to say it takes 7 seconds to return to Ekkertique City from Olivine. Alright. We'll do one more go just to see if we can even get something a little bit better. Seemed to be about 7 seconds again. Well, 6.5. Let's just round it to 7. You never know. Like, bad movement can happen. Okay, so it takes 7 seconds to do that. Alright. Well, roughly 7. We'll say like it's around 7 seconds. I'm going to put this on Notepad here. So, returning from Olivine to Ekritique is 7 seconds. Now, let's try, now let's measure, how long does it take to talk to Bill? So we're going to start here. And I flubbed that up a bit. So let's go back. So let's do that. We're paying the bill. So it takes roughly 8 seconds. The bill. We'll put that at like 8.5 seconds. That's how long it takes to pay the bill. So, already, going from Olivine back to Ekritique saves 1.5 seconds over paying the bill. That's just simply paying the bill. We haven't even factored in the other stuff here. So, obviously, you do have to go this way. However, there's a problem. We can't surf this way. So now the question is, how long does it take to walk through this crap versus surfing through this? Unfortunately, to find that out, we're going to need to jump into a later part of the run. So I'm gonna load up the giraffe run again, and we're just gonna go all the way back here. So after we did all of that crap. We did all that. That's all required. We beat Morty. So okay, either way we need a repel, so we have to go to this spot either way. It takes 4 seconds to go that way. It's Cynthia's theme in the wrong key. It takes 4 seconds to do that. Okay, how about... So, going that way costs an extra second. We're gonna call this cheating. So, cheating costs 1 second. That's how long it takes to bike through Mount Mortar, also known as dirty cheating. Well, 1 second longer than surfing. So it takes 4 seconds to surf, 5 seconds to Mount Mortar on the bike. If you're walking on Mount Mortar, I'm not measuring any of this by walking, because I don't really care about that metric. I'm never gonna do walking, but like, let's say you don't walk, you don't bike. So how long does that take? Just for curiosity's sake. So if you walk, it takes 1.69 seconds longer to walk than to surf. Yes, nice. I'm only going to count the biking time. No, but we're still not done paying the bill, because you can't surf this way. You can't do this. So, oh shit, what is that? You can't do this. So we're gonna set a rappel here. So, how long does it take to do that? So getting to this tile, which you have to do in either case, takes 1.5 seconds. 1.525, but yeah, we'll say 1.525. We're already on the bike at this point, so the movement there is not too difficult. Just do this bump. Oops, we ran into this guy. Gotta be careful. See if we can do that a little bit faster. That's very tricky to do. Alright, we'll say it's like... Uh... 3.123, so... We'll say it's like 1.5 seconds. We're gonna round to the nearest half second, so... Walking instead of surfing, plus biking instead of surfing. Of course, some people ban the bike. So, alright, let's see. How long does it take to walk there? Alright, so let's measure that. So it takes 2 seconds to walk here. 2 more seconds to walk here instead of surf here. So that's if you need... That's if you do that. If you don't need Hidden Power / Lake of Rage Candy, then why are you going this way? I guess for XP, but... If you don't... Then I guess if you exclude that part, then... I guess let's just count... No, you don't need the elixir. I guess let's just count walking to Lake of Rage then. Anyway, it's 2 seconds. The penalty's 2 seconds if you're walking. Let's try going to Lake of Rage then. It's about the same time. I guess the penalty kind of stops at this point then. But anyway, let's go back to... Well, now we have to add her back. Alright, so let's say you're doing the center now. So now we've done all that stuff. And you're biking to, let's say you're biking to, since you're doing all that stuff, like you're fighting Miller and stuff, you're probably going to do a early lighthouse, right? Right, so, let's count that. What's the cost of doing early lighthouse, but using this as a center, as a Pokemon center for your hub? Well, we're not counting going from Ecruteak to Olivine for the first time, but we have to count it going it to the second time. So let's do that. Let's do that again. Damn it! I thought I already fought him, but oh yeah, I did save states. Meowth, that's wrong. Alright, let's just fight Eugene. I'm gonna assume, like, you're fighting Eugene, so if you're gonna go... If you really need all that XP, you're fighting Eugene. There's no way you're not. Let's just do that. Let's just assume you fought Eugene. Because why wouldn't you? He's good XP. Unfortunately, I screwed up at that. Let's try that again. Alright, so how long does it take to go from this center back to Olivine a second time? You're paying. So you still have to go through all this stuff again. $9.7 seconds. Let's say 9.5. So it costs 2.5 more seconds to go from Ecruteak to Olivine again. Yeah, it's 2.5 seconds to go from Olivine to Ecruteak versus Ecruteak to Olivine. It's actually better. And this is funny, because if it's 7 seconds to go from Olivine to Ecruteak... But how would you go back? Yeah, you would go back because you'd only do that once. Yeah, it's actually better. That's funny. That is hilarious. It's actually better to use this center. It's better to use this center than it is to go to Olivine twice. I mean, like going from Eckertique to Olivine twice. It's better to use this center. So, first off, it costs 1.5 seconds longer to go from Eckertique to Olivine, and you're doing that twice. You have to do it once, so we don't count that. But like going from Olivine to Eckertique, that's 7 seconds. Going from Eckertique to Olivine, that's like 8.5 seconds. And if you go to Olivine, you have to go back to Eckertique somehow. So you could either teleport back, we're not going to count any time teleporting. Or you have to bike back. Now, if you bike back, it's 7 seconds. If you choose to teleport back to the Pokemon Center, well, it's actually 8.5 seconds to bike back. So it's plus 1.5 seconds. Plus, you have to pay the bill, and that's another 8.5 seconds. Plus, you have to cheat. That's another 1 second. So, like, altogether, it costs 11 seconds to do all that nonsense. Now, of course... I guess it isn't better. Because you're still going from Olivine to Eckertique twice, which obviously isn't what you want to be doing. Damn, I thought it was clever. So... yeah, so you pay the bill, 8.5 seconds. Then you go to Olivine for the first time. That's free. You go back. You have to come back to Eckertique somehow. So if you choose to bike back, that's 7 seconds. Then you pay then you do that biking crap again. You bike through Mount Mortar, that's an extra second. But then if you warp back, you'll warp back to Olivine, then you have to bike back again, which is another 7 seconds. Which means if you use the east path, I think you still have to use the center. Just because you use the center once, that's 8.5 seconds. Actually, no. What am I doing? Okay. No, that makes no sense. Okay. If it's 8.5 seconds to go to... Alright, I got it now. I got it figured out. Okay, so... Olivine, 8.5 seconds. So, here's what we gotta do. And we're going to assume we're biking. If we're walking, it's obviously better to pay the bill. If you're walking, you don't want to do this safe Eckertique strat because it's actually slower by a lot. But let's assume you're biking. Okay, so like this is a biking strat. This is a bike only. Walking forbidden. It's a ball. Bow. Alright, so going from Eckertique to Olivine for the first time is free. We will never count that. You have to do that in a playthrough. Biking from Olivine back to Eckerteak is 7 seconds. Then cheating, and then biking instead of surfing is another 2.5 seconds. You have to do that. We're not going to include the cheating or the biking instead of surfing, but just note that that does cost 2.5 seconds because you decide to skip surf. Alternatively, so like this is a penalty of 7 seconds. Then what you do is you warp back. You pay the 7 seconds a second time. You're at 14 seconds. Alternatively, you could do this. You pay the bill and pay 8.5 seconds. You're down 8.5 seconds. Alright. Then what you do is you go from Eckerteak to Olivine the first time, and that's free. Then you teleport back. You pay the cheating toll and the biking instead of surfing. We're calling it cheating, because it is cheating to go through Mount Mortar and get hidden power before Morty. That's like straight up hacks. Alright, so you've paid 8.5 seconds plus that time. Then you go from Eckerteak back to Olivine. You bike back there. That's another 8.5 seconds. That costs 17 seconds. So you were paying... You're paying 3 more seconds by using that center. You pay 3 seconds to use that center. That center is so bait. You should never use it under any circumstance, ever. Unless, I don't know, like, you need to heal immediately after Kimono Girls. Like, if you need to heal immediately between Kimono Girls and the rival, and you're running, like, that bad of a Pokemon, okay, fine. But, like, if you just need to train... Alright, I'll put the thing here. I'm gonna write it down, too, just in text for you, so you can visualize it. So... So here... Damn. This is, We're gonna remove this. So, going from Olivine to Eckerteak. So this is... So biking from Olivine to Eckerteak costs 7 seconds. You have to do this twice if you do this strat. Alright, so doing it twice equals 14 seconds. Alright, does that make sense? That should make sense. That's what you do. Paying the bill is 8.5 seconds. And then Eckerteak to Olivine is another 8.5 seconds. Doing both of those equals 17 seconds. You lose 3 seconds using the Pokemon Center in Eckerteak. 3 seconds. 3 freaking seconds. That is... You don't use that center if you're biking. If you're walking, it probably makes more sense. But if you're biking, never use that center. It is a bad idea. Unless your Pokemon is so bad that it needs to heal mid-Eckerteak. Like, a second time. Like, if you're running a really awful Pokemon, sure. But, like, otherwise, stay the hell away from that center. Even if you need to go east. Yeah. If the Pokemon is bad, it doesn't matter. Alright, I'm gonna put this down here. Like, this is worth sharing. Okay. So, yeah, the moral of the story, even if you need hidden power or extra experience for Morty, it is still faster. So, like, you have to travel and must travel east. I'm gonna put this here of Ekritik. Even if you need hidden power or extra experience for Morty and must travel east of Ekritik, it is still faster to use the Olivine Center than to use the Ekritik Center. It is actually 3 seconds faster to bike from Olivine to Ekritik twice than it is to use the center once and bike from Ekritik to Olivine a second time. That's hilarious. That's funny. That's actually really funny. Alright, so that's the lesson. Don't use that center. Now another question is, how long does it take to walk? Because I'm never gonna do this, but this could be useful for other people. Ah, that doesn't count. So walking is 10 seconds. That was a mistake. How will you get the TM for Psych Up? Don't know, you'll have to figure that one out. We'll say that's 13 seconds. So, it's still faster. Okay, even if you're walking, it's still faster, but you only save 1 second instead of 3. You save 1 to 1.5 seconds. Yeah, so even if you're walking and you ban the bike for some reason, yeah. Don't use that center. Paying the bill is a bad idea. So yeah, you should never, under any circumstances, enter that center for a Pokemon that doesn't actually need to heal there. If you need to heal there, sure, but if you don't go in. Because obviously paying the bills the same amount of time if you are walking or biking. Yeah. Alright, well, this was nice and informative. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a run in, so yeah, maybe I'll have to get one. Maybe I'll get one tomorrow. Actually, no, I'm not going to be doing a run tomorrow, but possibly Saturday. Timing Brock Tunnel. Anyway, ooh, 1384 through Brock Tunnel. Yeah, that is a decent amount of time. Maybe it's better though. Walking, not biking. Yeah. We're gonna have to learn how to bike through there. I just recently figured out how to bike through Mount Silver. Now I have to bike through this. Okay, nah, I'm not gonna worry about that. I know you gave me a map, but that's the thing. I look at the map and I don't think about these things. I never used. Yeah, I used to use Flash in Mount Silver, and then I just stopped. And like I didn't get like a guide or anything. I just like did it until I got it, and then that's it. I still mess it up sometimes, but like that's just being a meme. Anyway, I do have to leave. Thanks for coming. This is, like I said, very informative. Sorry I couldn't finish a run. Have a good one. Bye-bye.